In terms of what I found to be most beneficial, apart from the readings and the actual curriculum itself, was something that really surprised me. In the leadership focus, one of the instructors would always have us journal, journal our thoughts, journal our ideas, our perspectives. And that journaling really allowed me to be clear on what I'm thinking and why I'm thinking it. In fact, that journaling process helped me come to a decision about making a major career change in my life, which has actually worked out really well for me and increased my well-being and happiness significantly.
I like that they covered grant writing and that they covered development and fundraising. In every organization that I have worked with professionally and on a volunteer basis, they're all struggling with that. They all need support for coming up with creative grants. That's what funders are wanting to see: grants that can bring in multiple community organizations together and really kind of inspire those funders to say, "This is a unique and cool project that I want to fund." And then development and fundraising. Every organization, for profit and nonprofit, needs money, and not everyone is good at asking for that. So one of the really good things that they taught was, how do you make those ask and not just stop at one? That if you're asking someone for, hey, would you be willing to come along and support at $10,000, and they say no, that might not work for me, being able to regroup and say, okay, well, what about at five? What about at two? What can you do? Being able to develop those skills of how do you make a pitch and do your ask. That is just critical support if you're going to do any type of, especially nonprofit work.
The reason I attended a graduate program or just decided to go back to school after 15 years was because I wanted to get better in my writing. It was very simplistic. Like, I just wanted to get better in my writing. Attending Antioch and writing those term papers every Sunday, and then at the end of your 7-week class, I immediately applied to my job. At the time, I was an assistant analyst and was doing a lot of quick write-ups to select vendors. And I quickly saw an improvement of how fast I could write them and how fast I could get them approved, because I could express myself in an email in a well thought out way. It was simple and direct. So I saw a direct correlation of my education in Antioch and the classes I was taking with the work that I was doing, and it was completely relevant.
I learned a lot of good tools that in order to become the leader you want to be, you need to take the action steps instead of just thinking, oh, I'm going to do all of this thinking about the person and the leader I'm going to be, and then one day I'll be that person. But really to put yourself out there and take the actions that you need to do, whether it's a stretch assignment or just taking the reins on a project that you might not have before. So really just acting to expand your own abilities as a leader.
One of the most beneficial things that I've learned in my studies in my MBA program for nonprofit organizational leadership was definitely to continue looking for the why in not only my pursuit of working, but seek new ways of challenging the oppositions that come with it. For example, I've utilized Dr. Ken Wilber's integral theory in working with my incarcerated adults and trying to help them gain understanding of their internal and external views in life. So that's how that helped.